the number of teams who can win the Super Bowl. All right. Todd, give me the list of teams you think can win the Super Bowl. Not go to the Super Bowl, win the Super Bowl.
I have 6 AFC teams and 7 NFC teams. Here are my 13 teams, if you'll let me do all 13.
Very generous.
In alphabetical order, Bengals, Bills, Broncos, Buccaneers, Commanders, Chiefs, Eagles, Lions, Packers, Rams, Ravens, Steelers, Vikings. All 13, in my opinion, have a chance to make it and win the Super Bowl.
All right. Seton, how many teams do you have winning the Super Bowl?
I have 6 4 dark horses.
All right. Give me your Ken.
Mine are Eagles, Ravens, Buffalo, Kansas City, the Lions, and the Packers. Those are the ones that I think can win the Super Bowl. My dark horse teams are the Buccaneers, the Commanders, the 49ers, and the Bengals.
Okay. Marvin, our camera angle had the top of Marvin's head while they were trying to focus on you, Seton. And then Marvin ducks his head down as Mario, the director, probably told him, hey, drop your noggin.
Yeah, everyone's just seeing the top of this milk dud I got right here.
By the way, you look like a yell leader, like you'd be on the sidelines, as a cheerleader.
Oh, yeah, I'm dressed like George Raveling today with all my Nike gear on.
But you got your red shorts on, your red Nikes, and your T-shirt color coordinated. You look like you'd be, you need
Huskies! Huskies!
You look like a yell leader. You'd be on the sidelines. Yeah.
Come on, everybody, get up.
Get up. Okay, how many teams?
I got 6.
Okay.
Bills, Ravens, Chiefs, Eagles, Rams, Lions.
Okay. Paul?
I'm loose. I have 12. Bills, Ravens, Bengals, Texans, Chiefs, Chargers. I was wishy-washy on the Broncos, and I did not put them in a little early. The NFC, I have Eagles, Commanders, Lions, Packers, Buccaneers, Rams.
Okay. All right. You guys are really generous on winning the Super Bowl. Not getting there, winning. Yes, Paul?
It does seem like the sport where if you make the playoffs, it's a clean slate. Like Eli Manning back in the day, 1-2, where I think they squeaked in.
Yeah. I think we're like 9-7.
Yeah.
How many teams don't have a chance? 0. Now, I don't like to say 0, but let's say they have 1% chance of winning the Super Bowl. All right. Todd, do you have your list of these teams cannot win the Super Bowl?
I have 10 teams that cannot win the Super Bowl. I know it sounds like a lot, but here we go. Browns, Giants, Saints, Titans, Jets, Jaguars, Colts, Panthers, Falcons, and I even put in the Cardinals. These 10 teams just cannot win the Super Bowl this year.
I'd probably have Atlanta and Arizona taken out of that. I think that both those teams can make the playoffs. Seton, how many teams cannot win the Super Bowl?
Well, I think this is interesting because if we just did how many teams we think can win the Super Bowl, the flip side of that should automatically be how many teams we don't think can win the Super Bowl.
Easy with the logic.
Yeah, we don't apply logic
Easy.
here.
However, if we do a list of teams that essentially have no shot, the other ones are like, I just missed that one, I guess. I would put the Panthers, the Broncos, the Titans, Saints, Cardinals, Raiders. I'm going to say there's about somewhere between 8 to 10 teams that have no shot. 0 shot.
No shot. Marvin?
Panthers, Saints, Jets, Patriots, Colts, Falcons, Cardinals, Chargers, Bears, Titans.
So the Browns have a chance?
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was Emeritus. Sorry. I forgot about the Browns.
I just realized I didn't put the Giants in there, the Browns, the Seahawks aren't winning anything. I don't really think the Bears are going to do that.
Whoa. All right. Paul?
My list is growing.
My no chancers are Jets, Browns, Jaguars, Titans, Giants, Bears, Panthers, Saints.
Because there's varying degrees of they can win it, they can be in it, they have no chance whatsoever. I don't think it's those teams can win the Super Bowl, therefore those that you didn't mention, those are the ones who can't win the Super Bowl. I think Atlanta, I think Arizona, that they would have a chance to make the playoffs. And really, maybe that's what it comes down to. These teams have no chance of making the playoffs. Browns or Saints, Carolina. I don't know who else you want to, Jets, do you throw them in there as well? Yes, Todd.
My list would go from 10 to 4 if it's teams that can't even make the playoffs. I would just have Browns, Giants, Saints, and Titans.
Okay.
All the other ones that I had listed I think can possibly make the playoffs.
And that's probably a more interesting list. These teams can win the Super Bowl. These teams have no chance of making the playoffs. Because Seattle can make the playoffs. The Raiders can make the playoffs. The Texans are going to, be a playoff team. Can Jacksonville make the playoffs? Like, they're still one of those interesting, I have no idea. Very little buzz about Jacksonville. Yes, Marvin.
They have the luxury of being in the AFC South, where it's like, we can maybe squeak in if we play the Texans well.
And chances are most of your games are at 1 o'clock on Sunday.
Or Thursday night.
You just get it out of the way. It's like, Jacksonville played. And maybe Liam Cohen can help out, their offense, just like he did with Baker Mayfield. Maybe you get a little, revitalization there, a little boost or something. Because at some point, if they don't get the production out of their quarterback, then you're going to move on. Yeah, Paulie.
Trevor Lawrence is about to run out of hall passes after this season. He's like in that, not a bust. No one would ever say the word bust, but that it's not working out. We're getting to year 5.
Yeah, I know. But he got the extension. He got paid. Here are the worst odds to win the Super Bowl according to DraftKings. The worst odds to win, the Saints. Then it's the Browns, the Jets. By the way, plus 50,000 for the Saints to win the Super Bowl, plus 40,000 for the Browns. The Jets at plus 25,000, the Titans plus 2,000. Then it's Panthers, Colts, Raiders, and the Giants. The Colts aren't they were on the doorstep of making the playoffs last year. So they missed it by a game. I like the Raiders this year. They got skill position players. You got Pete Carroll. Geno has kind of settled into knowing exactly who he is, what to expect, and he's a good quarterback. That's all you need. Good quarterback. You got Max Crosby. You got your running back. You got your tight end. I mean, I'm not as high on the Chargers. You lose Slater, and man, is that a big deal. If they have him, then you could certainly make a case they could win this division. They had, 11 wins last year. But, yeah. Giants, but I would take the Raiders and the Colts out of there for some reason. Like, I like them a little bit more maybe than I should. But, I'm just a Danny Dimes fan, and, he's going to make some magic because he can spin it. Yes, Marvin?
No, if you say so.
Yeah, thank you.
Spin it.
Thank you.
They should spin it.
Man, he can spin it. Okay. Yes, Marvin.
I feel bad because they're up there for me for the most irrelevant team going into this season. They're up there with the Titans.
Colts?
Yeah. There's nothing interesting about them.
Well, you got a good running back. They got good receivers.
I love Jonathan Taylor Thomas, but that's it.
Okay.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas was a child actor of the 90s.
Oh.
Not a running back.
Okay.
No, I know. I said that on purpose.
I know.
Sorry.
I didn't know if he had hyphenated his name. I had missed something there. But Jonathan Taylor Thomas.